Alright kids, with inflation still being an issue in these United States and all around the world, I should have made this video months ago. Sorry, or whatever. With that said, my April Fools, today we're going to talk about dollar stores. And no matter which one you've been to, if you've shopped at one, you've shopped at all. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's dollar stores everywhere. They pop up all over the place. The dollar store industry has been growing more than most throughout America in recent years. As of 2021, there were over 35,000 dollar stores across the United States, an increase of roughly 5,000 since 2017. Companies operating within the dollar store model, such as Dollar General and Dollar Tree, who owns Family Dollar, are among, if not the leading American retailers, showing the success of this business strategy. More on that strategy later. With the rising cost of living and the negative economic impact of the pandemic hurting people's pockets, I want y'all to know that dollar stores haven't been making so much money by helping you save yours. Discount stores come at a price, and it affects more than your wallet. As you'll see today, the deal with dollar stores has nothing to do with their sales. As a matter of fact, I used to work at a Family Dollar store in my early 20s. It was a location on High Street and 4th in the Short North neighborhood in Columbus. At that time, this neighborhood was poor. It wasn't what it is today. It was by far the worst job I ever had, for many reasons. Anyway, this is also why I'm a little bit of a stickler for calling dollar stores by their names. Not simply calling them individually and collectively dollar stores. They have names. Just to name a few, there's Family Dollar, like I mentioned, Dollar Tree, and the one we're going to focus on today, Dollar General. It seems like Dollar General has been in the news and on social media a lot recently, and not for good reasons. Here's a headline claiming that Evansville Dollar General employees are facing charges after lowering prices on items. Here is a sign that shows, remember, check the expiration date before you buy. Here's an article saying Dollar General shoppers should pay close attention to the price tags listed on shelves, advertisements, and products, and what they're charged at the register. Before I continue, Dollar General started as a family-owned business called J.L. Turner in 1939. In 1968, the company changed its name to Dollar General and was listed on the New York Stock Exchange. According to its website, the yellow Dollar General store sign is a popular symbol of value. Quote, "Our convenient everyday low prices model has survived and thrived throughout the decades." Now, about that model, Dollar General staff is underpaid and overworked. 92% of Dollar General's employees earn less than a living wage. They reported $3.3 billion in profit last year. They could double every employee's salary, except for the CEO, who made $16.5 million, and still have $500 million in profit. Dollar General pays cashiers an average of $10.40 an hour, according to job placement website Indeed. And a store manager makes an average of $15.17 per hour, just above minimum wage. This not only leads a DG worker to live off of government assistance or to leave DG as an employer, but to even seek to start/join a union. And Dollar General attempting to bust those unions. For example, at a Dollar General in the small town of Elliott, Maine, employees walked out of DG and never went back, leaving signs on the windows highlighting what they say were unacceptable working conditions at the retailer. Understaffing, and I'll get back to this in a minute, low wages, and frustration over a lack of communication from the company's district management ultimately led those employees to move on. In total, 2 employees and a manager quit the store, leaving 1 sole staffer remaining, just in case anyone watching thinks this is a case of people not wanting to work. An AFL-CIO Union Communications Director said in a statement to Business Insider, workers said the company expects in-store salary employees to work 70 to 80 hours a week. A bill in the state of Maine's legislature could make most salary employees earning up to $55,000 a year eligible for overtime pay, which would, quote, prevent the kind of blatant exploitation of salary employees that Dollar General continues to get away with. Again, according to Business Insider, keeping lean store staffs is a part of Dollar General's business model, and one of the reasons the chain has been able to expand its footprint at such a rapid rate. In other words, strategically and intentionally understaffing stores.
Dollar General girl was busy.
Yeah.
What? What's going on with you?
I've got to pull these irons.
I've been squeezing that pig. I'm trying to buy dog food. And what's going on with you?
I've got to pull these irons, or people will be saying that it's so and so cheap on tomorrow.
Are you serious?
Yes. Are you ready, though?
I'm ready.
All right, I'll get you.
Dollar General is also an extraordinarily dangerous place to work, per popular information. Since 2017, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration has issued $15 million in fines against Dollar General in connection with, quote, 180 inspections nationwide for numerous willful, repeat, and serious workplace safety violations related to unsafe conditions. Many of these violations, and I can't stress this enough, relate to Dollar General's practice of staffing its stores with as few employees as possible. That means there frequently aren't enough employees to unload and stock merchandise, goods pile up in aisles and in front of exits, creating unsafe conditions for workers and shoppers. So think of that TikTok I showed earlier, or your personal experience with dollar stores if we're being real. The Institute for Local Self-Reliance reports that in cities, it is common to find dollar stores clustered by the dozen within certain neighborhoods. Dollar General and Dollar Tree corporations operate more than 100 outlets in Metro Atlanta, for instance, primarily in the city's black neighborhoods and on its south and west sides. Dollar stores have likewise overrun much of rural America. In some small towns, they seem to be the only retail left. One might assume that the dollar chains are simply filling a need, providing basic retail options in cash-strapped communities. But the evidence shows something else.
You are essentially asking people to come into your store and pay a little extra so that you can stay in business. Is that a hard sell for people in your community?
Well, that's definitely a hard sell because everybody's trying to save some money. It's up to the people of the community to really think hard and decide what they want. It's completely up to them.
Quick recap, and just in case you didn't know, people who work at Dollar General gotta operate like their Waffle House staff, fighting folks, while working for a company that operates like a mini Walmart, putting local grocery stores out of business. Dollar General and dollar stores in general are understaffing their stores, underpaying their staff, stealing staff and customers from other locally owned mom and pop shops who can't compete with DG's lower prices and therefore have to close. They can't fight back, which is essentially stealing stores. This creates food deserts, messing with urban neighborhoods and rural neighborhoods, black people and white people. Let me put it to you this way. It takes like $250,000 to $300,000 to open a DG store. They don't have to be fancy, which is why they often look like this. They often don't have to ship meat and dairy because a good number of their stores don't sell it, so not much of a need for refrigerators or freezers either. A lot don't have fresh fruit or vegetables, leaving neighborhoods and communities, in particular, those who don't have multiple grocery stores or markets, with what amounts to chain versions of corner stores, bodegas with a brand name that sell sugary, sweet, salty, fatty, delicious, foods and drink with preservatives and long shelf lives and no nutritional value. Although, I will admit that in many of the poorer, working class, inner city and rural areas, fresh produce is not in high demand. So, Dollar General does not supply it. Business is booming, in part because dollar stores sell consumables. Consumables are goods used by individuals and businesses that must be replaced regularly because they wear out or are used up. Products that are used for day-to-day living, like food and clothing. Plus, Dollar General also demands cheater sizes from suppliers. These are designed to fool customers into thinking they are getting a lower price, but in fact, the package is smaller. Those really small boxes of cereal where you only get like 2 bowls out of the whole thing, check the price per ounce. It doesn't match up. Suppliers only sell these special sizes to the dollar chains. Grocers can't buy them. But I hope this doesn't make you think that you're saving money shopping at dollar stores. Oh yeah, going back to Dollar General specifically and the news I alluded to earlier. Here in Ohio, just last year, 5 local Dollar General stores failed a second price check inspection 1 week after failing an initial inspection of price scanners. Among the examples of incorrect scanner prices identified by inspectors included items like goldfish crackers that should be $3.75 scanned at $4.50, Dove toiletries that should have been $7 scanned in at $8, Office Hub items that should be $6 scanned at $8, and DG Health electrolyte solutions that should have been $3.75 scanned at $4.50. To give Dollar General some credit, they did say they were going to invest more money into making their in-store experience better, which includes more staff, along with putting coolers in more of their stores to be able to sell more perishable items. There's going to be DG Fresh stores and DG Go, and look, there's a DGX in downtown Columbus trying to lure in the black people with the X in the title. I guess I could be selling DG Short.
Ooh, this is nice. Girl, this audience is you right here?
Dollar General's sales exceeded $34 billion last year. Furthermore, it was the leading retailer with the most store locations in the United States in 2020. There are 19,000 plus Dollar General retail stores in the United States as of March 18th, 2023, in 47 states and in more than 7,000 cities. If there's anyone watching this and saying, well, I shop at dollar stores because they're convenient or because my wallet, I get it. You're not alone. Dollar General's foot traffic in January jumped 19% over the same month in 2020. But at what cost? If the reason why you shop at dollar stores is because they're one of the only options or the only option in your neighborhood, that's the price of doing business. However, there are people out there, communities that are actively boycotting dollar stores or lobbying against them or passing laws so they can't put up more stores in their cities.
Can you go to Family Dollar right there?
But what's wrong with this? Why we not boycotting Family Dollar?
Because they were already here. I'm not against discount dollar stores. I'm against, we have an issue with the proliferation of them.
So, we're gonna be all right. If you're still somehow wondering what made my job at Family Dollar so bad, outside of what's already been said, well, there was a lot of theft, and I took it personally when people tried to steal during my shift. If you're still listening to this right now, don't put yourself in harm's way in order to save corporate profit. It ain't worth it. Look, here's the size of the Dollar Tree merchandise warehouse like 30 miles north of Columbus. They're fine without that t-shirt that says, I wish it was Friday. Anyways, also, there's only so many times that I can explain to somebody, I know this is a dollar store, but that doesn't mean that everything's $1. Man, you know those jeans ain't 99 cents.